Hello everyone, I'm Ploetz from DataStax, and today I'm going to take you through using the new storage attached indexes with DataStax Enterprise 6.9. All right, let's go. So, real quick, let's have a look at our cluster inside of Mission Control. Excuse me. All right, we've got our same snakes and arrows DSE cluster. If I go ahead and have a look, yep, we got 3 nodes. Everything looks good. Let's head on over to a CQL shell session. Okay, so let's start out by getting into our default key space here. There we go. And we're going to create a table called users. So our users table is just going to have columns for name, email, occupation, city, state, and we'll go with a primary key on just name. That should work just fine. Next, let's go ahead and paste some data in. Add some pre-made insert statements here. And let's do a select. Okay, so let's assume that we want to be able to query our table by the state column. Maybe we want to be able to pull back users who live in certain states. So let's go ahead and we're going to do a create custom index on users, and we're going to do that on the state column. Then we're going to say using storage attached index. All right. So now I can use this storage attached index. I can say select, and we'll just say name and occupation and state, and we'll say from users where state equals, and we'll just say Wisconsin. Okay, so that worked. Now I can use the up arrow here, and let's say, well, maybe I want both Wisconsin and Minnesota in there. So let's say or state equals Minnesota. Hey, that works too. Notice in the past, CQL did not have an OR operator, but again, the storage attached index makes that possible. So let's try another iteration of this. Maybe, because it's a state field, we really don't care about case. So what if I say WI lowercase? Well, of course, if you use Cassandra for a while, you know that it is indeed case sensitive. So that's not going to work. So let's have a look at our indexes here. So I'll do a select star from system schema indexes, and I'll say where key space name equals default key space and table name equals users. Let's just do that. Okay, so we have one out there and it's called user state index. So let's get rid of that. So we'll say drop index users state IDX. All right. So let's go ahead and recreate this index. But we're going to do it in a way that it will allow us to match regardless of case. So what I'm going to do here is just hit enter to get to the next line, and then I'll say with options, and I'll say equals, and then we'll say index analyzer, and we'll go ahead and say filters, and we want name of our filter to be lowercase. And just like that. Okay, So now, if I go ahead and run this query, oh, it comes back with an error. Now you see, when we're using an index analyzer, we actually have to use the special analyzer operator, which is a colon. So I'm just going to put a colon there and press enter, and oh, look at that. And we get everyone from Wisconsin. So now I can say state, or I can say or state colon, then we can say Minnesota, and I get the same results back. And the cool thing too is that I can even go and like mix and match case a little bit here, like capital W, capital N, and it'll still work. So, yeah. So we've used an indexer analyzer to go ahead and make that case insensitive, essentially. All right, let's try another one here. Let's say that we want to say like create custom index on users, and let's put it on the occupation column. All right, and we'll say using storage attached index, and we'll say with options equals, and we'll go ahead and say index analyzer, and we want to use a tokenizer. And we'll say name. The tokenizer we want to use is the standard tokenizer. And we'll also want to use some filters. And the name of the filter that we're going to use is Porter Stem. Okay, so what did that do? Well, essentially it created a tokenizable index on that occupation column that allows us to match on distinct words that are inside that column. So now I can say, hey, let's select from users, and we'll say where occupation equals astronaut. Oh, that's right. I have to use the analyzer operator. Occupation astronaut. There we go. So you can see that it matched on everyone who has an occupation of astronaut, including legendary Mercury 7 astronaut Deke Slayton, who is both an astronaut and a flight director for NASA. So that totally worked. We can also, do something like, what about where occupation is actor, or occupation is actress. There we go. Now we pull back every one of our users who is either an actor or an actress, and of course that pulls back Chris Farley, who is both an actor and a comedian. All right, that should do it. For more information on DataStax Enterprise, just head out to datastax.com/products/datastax-enterprise. There you can find all the information you need, including downloads and documentation. Thank you and have a great day.